Welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast, Indestructible Souls. I am your host, Jonathan Beauregard, and this is the podcast, Indestructible Souls, for the mental wellness of African-American men and boys. I have a special guest today, and we're going to get into some hot topics and good things like that. But before I get started, I wanted to shout out the company. I'm also a licensed marriage and family therapist, a psychotherapist. And so please make sure that you check us out at Beauregard Therapy. We're located in Colton. We're actually a group practice. So please go to the website and find a therapist that can meet your needs. I'm excited about tonight. So I don't know, it's been a few months that I hit you up on Facebook, Instagram, and I was like, yo, I'm checking your show out. Come and do my show. I'll come,
invite me on yours.
Right.
Yeah, I was like,
so this is about the collab.
Yes.
This is about the collaboration. Yep. This is about the homegirl. We go back to what?
The sandbox.
Like literally the sandbox.
The sandbox. Like,
Delma Heights Center.
Yes, the kids.
It's crazy because I was thinking, like, you know how you know people and you like, where do I know them from?
Uh-huh.
There's no genesis to it. When it comes to the neighborhood.
Like family, exactly. You know, look, this is my cousin. Look, I was always at the house.
Might as well be, right?
That's it. You know me and Maisha.
That's it. Like, we go way back.
Thick and thin.
And I'm glad to see.
At the church, everything.
Man, we done been in the church. We done been at the center, baseball, football.
Yes, when it was live and safe.
Listen.
Yeah.
I remember when it came unsafe.
Yeah, we grew up when it was safe, and unsafe. We was able to walk down the street and say, "Meet me."
There you go.
Yeah, that's how far we go back.
Right. I remember Delma Heights Center when you could play football.
Yeah.
The cheerleaders, y'all used to have them it was from black and white to black and gold.
We was the Bears.
Southwest Bears, come on now.
Bears.
We used to tear it up, right?
We was the Bears. So we was the Bears.
So we go way back.
Hopping in the heights, everything. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. We could go back, man. If we get started on that, that'd be the whole show. You know what I mean? So I'm proud. I appreciate you coming on the show, but that's not why we get here. So let me introduce my guest. I didn't even get to that. So my mama named her Trina Jones. I'm gonna call her Trina Jones. Trina J, Spicy T.
That's it.
Miss Allen.
That's
The hoods, look,
names.
San Bernardino's MC Light. You know what I mean? One of the dopest MCs that definitely came out of the West Side.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a fact or no?
That's a fact.
Okay, so I'm not lying about that.
No, you're not lying. That's a fact. It's a fact. Started right at the table in Delma Heights.
Listen, beating on the table. What was it, man? He used to beatbox?
Box. Remember Mario? And they called him Box with the glasses, and he used to beatbox for us all the time.
Absolutely. The glasses were sticking in.
Yeah. And he couldn't see. Eyes tiny, but he had beats though, huh?
I remember.
Yes, he did.
I remember.
He had beats. Yes.
So we got the co-host of Pillow Talkz Podcast, Miss Trina J.
How y'all doing?
So tell them about the podcast.
You know what? The podcast is, I wouldn't say it's not for the weak, because we talk about everything, people are like, what is your podcast about? Everything.
Okay.
It's Pillow Talkz. When you pillow talking,
Pillow talking can get you in trouble, but go ahead.
But we keep it 100. We got people that come and say, hey, you know what? I want to talk about, the issues I'm having at home in the bed, or or I don't want to say anything because then they'll know I'm talking about them and all that. Well, what is it then? And they start talking to us, and we just put it out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's about everything. We talk about relationships. We talk about, we're not the news. So if you want to know what's going on in the world, you can look at that on the news.
Right.
But we talk about friendship, relationship, what's popping and what's out, the latest trends.
Okay.
And sometimes we just come on and we just have a conversation, and it's basically like we on speaker letting you hear it.
Right. So you want to tell them who your co-host is?
So my co-host is Adidas with a Z. We got to add the Z on there. We don't want to get sued.
You know what I mean?
We don't want to get sued, by Adidas. But we've been calling her Adidas since I met her in the 9th grade. So we go like 30 some years. You know what I mean? So we both started on the mic. We was called ourselves the Devastating Two.
Okay.
So in high school, we used to, be on the mic and all that. And then we ended on the mic. As now we're older women,
there you go.
women and all that. So now here we are on the mic again with Trina J and Adidas Pillow Talkz Podcast. So you can check us out.
When do you launch? When do you
every
post those shows?
Every Wednesday at 12 noon. You can catch us on Anchor. It's anchor.fm.
Something like that.
You can see us on our YouTube.
I think it's now Spotify though.
Well, yeah, it's both.
Okay.
So you can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on Apple. We got a YouTube page. You can check us out on YouTube. You can look us up, Trina J and Adidas, because when you go to Pillow Talkz, it seems like a million Pillow Talkz pop up. So Trina J and Adidas with a Z. Exactly. Trina J and Adidas with a Z. That's how you can find the Pillow Talkz. We on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook.
Absolutely.
All those. So yeah.
So thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
As you know, you're a homegirl. We go back, but you're also known from the West Side as an MC. You still got bars?
I still got bars. I still do my thing. You know what I mean? I still get out there. I still dabble in it a little bit. My writing skills hasn't stopped.
So how long would you say you've been rapping?
Shoot, man, I started rapping. Oh my goodness. I think I started like maybe in junior high. I was in junior high doing my thing. And then I really figured that I was good at it because I was good at writing poetry.
Okay.
And I was like, that's all this is. It's poetry.
That's it.
Yeah. So one day, remember when it was the Central City Mall?
Absolutely.
Yeah, before it became that, it was
the carousel and all that
it was
good
the
stuff.
Central City Mall. It was these dudes and they was outside and they was like a cipher and they was rapping. And I remember I just was like, dang, they up there rapping and I know it. So I just came up out of nowhere and just hopped in the cipher and just started rapping against everybody.
Did you freestyle?
Oh, I was doing my thing.
Okay.
And then we end up being a crew. When I was like the only female.
So question, did you ever get down, and this is a footnote, my cousin Monty, who's from Delma Heights, they was a DJ back in, did you ever get down with them?
Yeah,
Dog Pound Crew?
No,
they were the dog, was it the Dog Pound Crew back in the day?
I think they was a dog.
It was him, Monty.
Was it the Dog Pound? It
was something dog something.
Something, it was. And look.
But they were DJ crew.
But what I had Monty, I had him as a manager.
Really?
I had him to manage me and we end up going to, I forgot the guy's name, but he did production like when R. Kelly first came out.
Okay.
And like a lot of other artists and stuff that he did. And then he introduced me to, I believe it was his cousin, because his cousin rapped.
Okay.
Pete or something like that. But anyway, it was him and another guy. And he introduced me to them. And then we end up being in LA working with some top-notch people.
Absolutely.
And Wendell,
it
was funding the situation.
So y'all was like the IE Death Row.
Yeah, he was funding the situation, and then we started doing our thing, and I was out there, and we was really doing our thing,
right.
And then I don't know what happened after that. I couldn't even tell you what happened.
I know Monty and them was a DJ.
Tried, though. Yeah.
Wendell, if you're from the E, if you know, you know. We don't say nothing else about that.
That's it.
That's all you need to say.
That's all you need
to say. But that's okay. All right.
Yeah.
So. First thing is, who's your top 5? I'm gonna ask you all MCs. Then I got to go to the female MCs.
Okay, let me think. Because my top. Okay, you said not female.
I want your top 5, then your top 5 female.
Let me see. Do I got a top 5? Because I'm MC Light. That's man.
She used to like me. No. In my mind.
Okay, so I'm like, seriously? We was gonna get into that because I was like, what happened?
In my mind, for real.
I met her a couple of times. My one of my good friends, my best friend, Tony Tunes, that's his cousin. And I met her a couple of times. Really cool, really sweet, down to earth person, very smart. But MC Light was one. West Coast that was out here. I don't know if you ever heard of her, but you can look her up, Medusa.
I do know Medusa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Medusa was the second.
Okay.
And let me think. It's more like old school, I think.
I mean, if it's the top 5, it's the top 5.
Yeah, because I didn't really have. I just had a few. Let me see. It was Light. It was Medusa. Who else was getting down? Rage. Um, who else was getting down at that point? Because I can't really think of the new ones right now. You really don't even understand.
We're gonna get into that. Would you battle Light?
No.
Why not?
I wouldn't battle Light. Well, to me, me and her both are writers.
Okay.
Light is not a freestyler.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Because I seen that because she was on one of those Nick Cannon show, and I noticed like, oh yeah, she's not a freestyler like that.
I learned that LL wrote her bars in Self-Destruction.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's documented.
See,
LL wrote her.
All the things I wrote everything. I write all my rhymes. I ain't never had nobody write for me.
Gotcha.
I wrote all my stuff. You know what I mean? I was a hell of a writer.
So my MC Light story, grad night. We went to grad night. You know how they had the small stages with the different artists. I'm in the front row, MC Light. We made eye contact for about, seemed like an eternity to me. From that point forward, she was my girlfriend. I was like me.
Yeah. She was standing, she looked me in my eyes.
She saw me. You know what I mean?
She saw me. You didn't see the hearts?
Listen, Light has always been my favorite MC.
My favorite.
Period. You know,
my favorite.
I like some of the other ones, but
I like Roxanne Shante too.
I do.
That was one too. You know, the East Coast. One back is Light, Shante, East Coast. West Coast, it was I like, Medusa.
Okay.
I like Medusa because that original like dopeness that she got is just like, man.
So let me ask you about today's female MCs. Well, before I even get to that, being a female MC, even back in that time, did people try to get you to compromise your morals?
Yeah.
And do things, and how'd you deal with that?
That's why I'm here now. That's why I feel that's what I didn't make it like that.
Okay.
Because, I went out on my own. I really didn't have like a management or a team behind me or somebody that really had my back because it was always about that money. But right now, we ain't got the money. You know what I mean? And then I met up with like producers who I did songs and things like that with, but then it ended up being, what's up with me and you?
Right.
Oh, let's do this. No, I'm not doing that. All these females out there that's out there trying to get in the studio to kick it like that, and you trying to get with me, I'm here for business. Next thing I know, my vocals was erased off the song.
Wow.
Then I had one that tried to tell me when I get in, put some lipstick on. What? Are you high? Put some lipstick.
Right.
No, I don't do that. Come on, let's just get, what's up? No, I don't get down like that. So everything that it was about trying to have me have sex just to get on a track. That ain't me.
Right.
So I'm good.
You see it a lot today.
Yeah.
With the female MCs, but even other avenues of entertainment where they like, if you don't get on the casting couch, then your career don't blow.
Yeah.
And I know that was a thing for especially female MCs back then.
It was. And I didn't want to, that wasn't me. You know what I mean? And if that's something that I had to do just to get on the track, then you can count me out.
Right.
I still had my stuff going on. I still was in different places doing my thing, regardless of whatever. But one thing about it, if I didn't make it, Spicy T was in them streets and she was known.
For sure.
And I ain't saying bodily in the street.
No,
but
I get it.
My name was surfing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And people still today remember Spicy T, and Spicy T ain't lost it.
Listen, battery about to die. For sure. Like, me and you ain't talked face to face in years, but Spicy T's first thing, you know what I mean?
Man, I ain't lost it.
Absolutely. What do you think about the female MC right now?
I mean, some of them got their style, they got their style. I listen to some, people talk about Nikki. I like Nikki. I like some of the stuff that she say. I like the old Nikki. You know what I mean? Like this
But she
new
don't even write her rhymes, and is she selling sex or is she selling bars?
Yeah,
Like,
see, because I've seen some videos like, girl, what's wrong with you? You know what I
so
mean? So a lot of people, they're not writers.
mhm.
You know what I mean? Like Eve, I like Eve.
I
Eve
used
was,
to like Eve.
but now, shit, Eve with a billionaire. Eve like,
Right. She
damn,
ain't
I'm on some other shit.
right. So,
But
but what about today's Cardi B, the other chick? I don't even want to say her name, but I'm gonna say it. The Sexy Reds and all
oh
them. What is
nah,
that?
that's some ratchet.
What do you think of that stuff?
Like I'm not cool with that. Like Gorilla and all them, because you know what? Everything sound the same, and
One thousand percent.
everybody on stage just shaking their, just twerking. You still twerking? People, you still doing that? Like you don't even understand them. Like what's that one girl? I don't even know her name, but she was rapping and all she do is this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I don't even know who that is.
what the hell was that? Like,
But is it fair? I know it's not fair, but for an MC like you who write all your stuff, who got bars, other MCs, female MCs, but you seeing these ratchet folks blow up and get all this
blow
attention, like what do
up.
you think of that?
I mean, I ain't no hater on them, but I just be like, what? WTF?
Right.
Like, how?
Because it's
You know
not
what I mean?
talent.
It's not. Because, like you say, is it sex or bars? Then you out there just had a baby and made a video in the hospital room. Just had a baby and you up there shaking it. I'm gonna eat, and then everything got to be about eating ass and like, is this what y'all want to hear? Is this what y'all? I mean, they be my baby daddy.
But the standards are so low in hip hop
It is.
and now in society. We're
It
gonna
is.
get to that a little bit more.
It is.
But here's a question: would you write for today's MC? Would you ghostwrite?
Yep, I sure would.
Okay.
I sure would.
Have you went down that avenue?
I no, I haven't. I thought about it. I'm
Mhm.
like, you know what? I could really like songs that I have. I really can get somebody really to do this, to do this song, to say this song. I can give it to this person right now, or put it out there, and this song would do something. I know it would.
So is that something you're gonna look into?
I
Or?
know it would. It
Okay.
is something that I can look into because I'm good at writing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good at that. But then now, is what I'm hearing is just that the way things are written, you could have maybe 10 people at the table, right? And
Okay.
everybody is writing this song for this person. You know what they say they do? They take this bar
Mm-hmm.
and his bar and maybe
Really?
a piece of their bar, and they put that in the song. Whoever got that best line, they put that in the song, and it's pieces of each person, and that's how they do it.
So hip hop ain't hip hop no more.
Nah, it's just pieces of each person.
So who gets the publishing?
That's it. That's the thing. So then it's like, okay, do you like this? Is this what you doing?
Mm-hmm.
This is how you writing? Well, yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna choose his line. So it could be one little line, then somebody else just starting to write it. So it's like, wait, you taking bits and pieces of everybody's stuff and putting it in a rap. So that's what the thing was. Who gets the publishing? Who
Right.
gets paid for that? Now what, you just paying them out of pocket? Here, this is what you get. You
Right.
agreed to that. But now the song blew up.
Right. You think this AI thing is gonna mess up hip hop even more or what?
Hey, the AI. Write me a letter saying that I'm gonna let like what? Okay, yeah. That's why people was mad. Because this AI can write a whole movie for you.
That's crazy.
A
That's
whole
crazy.
movie. This AI is no joke. And
Wow.
especially if you getting deeper
Right.
into it. See, I'm on the free stuff.
Okay.
See, I know people who paying for that extra. Like you could sit there and say, create me a logo for Pillow Talkz. sitting on the couch, and it'll start doing this, and then you'll start seeing something form, and you like, what the hell? Like, okay, and yep, a whole logo, the couch, a little silhouette sitting on the couch with the microphone, everything.
That's bananas.
Yeah, it's like we don't need you.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't mess with it. I'm sure at some point we'll be forced to. I even see ads where they like, as a therapist, use AI to write your notes. Like,
yeah, and then that's what a lot of people do. That, or you could say, oh, what questions should I ask? I'm going to therapy for,
really,
you know, lost my child or whatever. Going to therapy. He's asking me, do I have any questions? What questions should I ask when the session is over?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just everything.
So we don't got to think no more.
And what about how when you go to the stores now, they're starting to create everything is going to be self-checkout. So now we don't need you no more for jobs?
Not at all. Not at all.
We don't need you for that. So it's self-checkout. Okay. Everything is getting to that point.
So last question about hip hop. Is hip hop dead?
You know what? No, hip hop is not dead.
Okay.
It's just sleep, but it's not dead.
Is it Rip Van Winkle sleep?
It's sleep. It's not dead.
Okay.
But it's sleep. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's napping right now. That's what it's doing.
It's sleep like Easter Sunday.
That's it.
Or Easter Friday, Good Friday.
Man, it's like you eat that turkey. That what is that they say that's in there? It puts you to sleep.
Whatever that chemical is. Exactly. No, I get you.
That's what it is.
I get you. So